This is Priscilla, and she's going to demonstrate to us how to sew a mask using a sewing machine.
Okay, so I'm going to do a pleated mask. I'm starting out with a 9x6 of fabric. The backing of it is double because this fabric is thin. So I'm putting the right sides together on the fabric, and I'm going to start up in the short corner with a 6-inch piece of elastic, and I'm just going to put it in there with my finger. You can pin it if you want to. I don't like to pin because I don't like to sew through the pins, and I'm a shortcut sewer. So I'm going to put my needle right through the elastic and back stitch a couple times so that it will secure that, and then I'm just going to sew my first straight stitch all the way to the corner. When I'm almost to the corner, I'm going to go ahead and reach under here and grab the other end of that piece of elastic and tuck it up into this corner and sew it back stitching again. And I'm going to turn the corner. My little pieces of fabric all lined up. You can pin this ahead of time if you like to pin. Close to the second corner, you need to slow down and stop and grab your other piece of elastic and tuck it up in the corner. When you sew your straight line, you want to make sure that you don't catch the elastic in the straight line and sew it in on itself. So I'm just going to pull that back a little bit and tuck it in here while I'm sewing my straight stitch. Corner again, and you might pucker a little bit when you pull your elastic in. If you do, just kind of hold it out with your finger stretched a little bit till you get it secured so it doesn't pull loose. Then I'm going to sew down about halfway. I'm going to back stitch a couple times. I'm going to pick my presser foot up and my needle. Again, I'm a shortcut sewer, and I'm going to just move it forward about 3 inches and put the presser foot back down, put the needle back down, stitch a couple times, and go to the end, back stitching to secure the end. Okay, then the next thing that we're going to do is turn. I'm going to snip this little bit here where it caught. We're going to turn it inside out, or right side out, through that little hole. Leave your hole about 3 inches. And when you get it turned right side out, you can grab the elastic to pull the corners. That's a quick way to get the corners out. And I take my scissors, stick them up in there, and just poke the corner so you now have a nice sharp corner. All right, and we're going to do our pleats. You want to make sure your pleats are all running in the same direction. It's easier if you have an ironing board. Since we're at the library, we didn't think of an ironing board, so we're just doing this kind of by sight. If you look in the back here, I don't bring the first pleat up to the top because that makes your fabric so thick that it's hard for your machine to go through your machine needle. So I'm just going to do pin on both sides, and I am pinning this because it's easier if you pin this to keep your pleat nice and straight. And then tucking another pin up under, like, so you have 3 pleats. It looks like it's 3 pleats. It's really 2 pleats, but you've got three going on there. You just kind of eyeball it to get it straight. And if you do a lot of them, the more you do, the more you can estimate if your pleats are straight or not. And then start up in the corner. Your raw edge, you're just going to tuck in when you get there to sew it. So what we're going to do is just edge stitch the whole way around. I'm doing about 1/8 of an inch seam around the edge. You can use the guide on your presser foot to make a nice straight stitch. And we're just going to stitch around the edge of that to secure the, sometimes you have to hand advance because of the thickness of the fabric with all the layers. at the corner, and always try to catch the elastic right on the edge to give it some extra strength there. Tucking that raw edge in and pulling it nice and tight while I sew the seam there. If you have an iron, you can iron it, but you can see that you can do it without an iron and you still get a nice result. And we're coming down the home stretch here. We're going to snip our edges, take our pins out, and hook it over our ears, pull our eyeballs out, and there we go. We have a mask to go to the store with.
Thank you, Priscilla.
You're very welcome.